It's day 2 of my Baler solo ride, and this morning I'm up early to get a shot that's been on my list for a long time.
Absolutely stunning. Moon on one side, setting, sun on the other, rising. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Aurora in the morning golden hour is just something else. The weather's super cool. Those big mountains in the background, the trees. This is just classic Aurora East Coast beauty. So I'm just cruising around, waiting till 7 a.m. when my favorite coffee shop in Baler opens, and hopefully it's open today. Till then, it's just some me time for me. If you could go for a ride like this every morning, what a dream, huh? Big Sierra Madre at the back, and I've always noticed this peak over here. It's more prominent, impressive. I don't know what it's called. It's definitely not a popular climbing destination. Look at the little cloud mustache up there. This is undefeated. I just found this detour. Look at this long straight road. I don't even know where I am. And yeah, looks like we've just made it to the coast. Where are we? Wow. Cool.
I wandered down this road for a bit, but in the end, I decided to prioritize getting some shots instead of exploring further. There's still a lot to see today.
My favorite cafe in Baler. Hot Cat. I mean Alley Cat. Oh, I keep saying Hot Cat. That's in Baguio. Shout out to JD. And there's people here. It's that popular. 7:30 a.m. There's already a line for coffee.
Got my cappuccino, and I'm just topping up the drone because I plan to head out from here, not pass by, making the best of this beautiful morning. I wanted to quickly show you guys something. So I said that I technically first rode a motorcycle in Baler, and so those motorcycles are actually this fleet of Mio 125s. It's probably one of these blue ones that I first rented in January 2020. They go from here to now this solo. What a journey, huh? I mean, that was the whole idea behind the Ride XP vlog, kind of documenting my journey from zero and seeing where motorcycles would take me. And it's been 5 years, 5.5 years now. So much more to go. I feel like we're just getting started.
Okay, heading to my next shooting stop. So where I'm headed right now, I've actually been here a couple of times before, but it's been a few years, and both times I was with Sophia, my ex, and that first time was special because I was back riding on the aforementioned Mio 125 the whole time. So it was like my first really nice, well, not my first, but one of my first and memorable, really nice motorcycling experiences in the Philippines, even just as a back rider. To see such a beautiful stretch of road on the back of a motorcycle was just, it was everything I had hoped it would be. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I was supposed to go to La Union, but it was such a good decision to go to Baler instead, because I think there's so many more options here to shoot beautiful scenery in peace, whereas La Union is, you know, more urbanized and more easy to get to, more busy. I mean, we will go and explore there soon, but for what I wanted to get out of this trip, Baler was definitely the right choice. Baler. It's such a rewarding place to visit. Although take note that I have been very lucky with the weather on almost every single time I've been here, because it can get pretty gnarly here being on the Pacific coast, unsheltered. To quickly show you guys, this is Kahanamoku. So this is where I stayed, or we stayed in 2020. So I'm not staying here today. It's a little bit more expensive, but you get an idea. Look at how beautiful it is. They have that yoga deck. You see that? They have a yoga deck over here. Really nice rooms. Highly recommended if you want a quiet spot to stay in Baler. And again, rider friendly. I think the friend of mine who owns this or co-owns this is a rider as well. So just wanted to quickly show you guys. Kahanamoku in Cemento. Another thing you may want to know about Cemento is that Cemento, that's a popular surf spot, so obviously over there, it is, I suppose, the birthplace of surfing in Baler and therefore in the Philippines. An American 15-year-old at the time or something, American named Steve Scott, I think it was. This is one of his secret spots, and so basically Steve is the one who showed the crew of Apocalypse Now, Francis Ford Coppola's film that was shot here, famously shot here. Basically, it was Steve that hooked them up, and first he showed them Cemento, because Cemento's like the good surf spot, but the guys on the crew were like, nah, like this is too much for us. So he took them up to the river mouth around that area, and that's where they found Charlie's Point, which was a little milder, and that's where they ended up surfing, and I think shooting the surfing scenes, and the rest is history. With Steve himself leaving a surfboard here, and the crew of Apocalypse Now leaving their surfboards, and that's how the locals in Baler started surfing. And over time, surfing gained popularity in the Philippines. And this was way back in the 1972 to 1976. So, I mean, I don't personally really surf. I'm not really good in the water, but lots of good stories from surfing. Alright, so the asphalt has ended, and now we're on the pavement on the way to our potential shooting spots for today. Oh, this is off-road road. It just rattles you so much through the forks. I can hear it now. Guys, what do we have here? There it is, guys. Degusit Falls. So it's a Tuesday morning. I have it all to myself. All the way up there is just this beautiful deep falls. Let me switch to the mirrorless. Maybe you'll get a better idea of it. Falls all the way up there. It's 9 a.m. We're off to our next stop. So I'm not sure they'll let us in, but some people go. I'll just ask nice. See if they let me shoot some footage. This is so much shorter than I remember. It felt like a much longer ride on the Mio. Japanese restaurant. I suppose this caters mainly to the stronger surfers who surf cemento. Oh wow. Wow, 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 wow. Like a mini Ampere Beach. That is amazing. Okay, we'll go shoot these on the way back. What a stunning coastline. All the way here, there are little resorts and stuff. That's the power of surfing, I guess. And look, look, look. The lighthouse is up there. It's up there, see? Ooh, looks like a bit of a climb to get there. But let's see first if they'll let us into the Pagasa Observatory, the synoptic weather station, they call it. What a hairpin. No biggie for the Bear 650. Ooh, slippery hairpin. Ooh, this is steep. Another hairpin. So this is Degusit. We can't go up there anymore. We can go up to here. Pagasa radar station. Okay. Hi, good morning po. Ay, yung ibabaw ng building na yon. Okay po. Thank you. Okay, so let's go over there. Nice. Hehe, cool bridge. They made a bridge just so that you could walk onto the... Oh, but they weren't kidding. Woo! Oh my goodness. Wow. So this is Degusit Cove. You used to be able to come here. This is next level stuff. This reminds me of the view I had when I was on that road trip in northwest Spain, going around Galicia. Masaya, pero maganda yung kapag explore muna o kayo mag-isa. Pagbalik yun, pwede nang may kasama, alam na kasi. Alright, so next we're gonna try to get up to the lighthouse. The nice man here just told me that I can hike up to it and then get the drone shots from there. Just look for the trailhead to climb up to the lighthouse and get a little bit of exercise today. But first, I have to negotiate this downhill carefully. That's the entrance to Degusit that is no longer open to the public for whatever reason. Oh, look at the peak and the view going down. Okay, so we're back down. Where's the entrance to the lighthouse? It should be somewhere here. Oh, there's nobody here because it's the off time. I mean, this must be it.
Okay. And that looks like a bit of a hike. I don't know if I'm up to it. I think I'll let my drone do the hiking. So I waited for the nice lady at the little kubo, and I paid 40 pesos entrance, and it's worth every peso because look at this view. There's a lighthouse right there, and the coastline of Baler and Dipaculao there in the distance. It has been a while since I've done this. Time-lapse was my original claim to fame in social media 10 years ago. So normally, what I've done in the past in these kinds of shooting trips that I was doing with Angelo in my car is that this midday part where the light's not so good, we take a rest usually because we woke up super early to catch the sunrise. However, the forecast for the afternoon has got some rain, so I'm thinking of getting more shots before it starts to rain so I can make the best of my day. But at the same time, I also want to secure my footage. So maybe I'll quickly head back to my place, do some charging, put away my SD cards. I'm also balancing if I'm putting too much pressure on myself to get all of these shots. But I am here to shoot, not just to travel, so just putting in work.
The view coming back. Oh baby, oh baby. Dreamy. So that's why I couldn't see it. I forgot that it was over this way. But on second thought, there's power lines, so just enjoy the view. And yeah, we will proceed. I saw a detour over there. Could be good for one last photo stop. Cool. Although the light's a bit harsh. I'd been looking for a spot to get off-road B-roll for my review of this bike. So, despite the noontime sun and being dehydrated, I decided to just get this footage in the can before taking a break for lunch. sinabayan ako ni Kuya sa shot. Okay, take 2. Good take. And now for some thumbnails. Now, before lunch, I take one last detour to check on a bridge I visited over 2 years ago to see if they finally finished it. And what I saw just made me sad. Okay, it's still unfinished. See? Maybe it's not unfinished so much as just abandoned. Oh, that's so crazy. People are walking on top of it and then climbing down that ladder. That's so crazy. I just have to take a closer look. Oh my god, that's so funny. He's climbing down that ladder. What the heck is this unfinished bridge? Is this yet another DPWH scam? That's so criminal. Look at this bridge. It looks like it's been here for ages. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Oh wow, beautiful. Another beautiful road, but I need to take a break. I'm gonna get dehydrated. Maybe we can explore up here later. Let's see. It's probably finished on the other end because that lady was walking on it. And then it just ends. Just never finished. I mean, benefit of the doubt, maybe there's a road right-of-way issue. But it seems straightforward. That's so crazy. That's just this ladder. Hey, Philippine infrastructure, guys. So sad. Okay. Amazing bag. Thank you, Moto Market, for the best bag. Look at that. So the weather appears to be holding, so I'm not rushing to ride out again. It's what time is it? 1 p.m. So finally I'm gonna walk over and see. My place is actually just by the beach, Sabang Beach. Yeah, what do you know? So it's not on the main strip where all of the resorts are, but it's definitely on the beach. See, way over there, that rock formation, that's where we were earlier today. So you got the perspective of how far, or at least a geography. So I've walked across the whole stretch up to Aliyah Surf Camp, and I'm walking back because, like the fancy man I am, I saw the bakery inside I forget, the resort beside Costa Pacifica, and I thought it would be nice to have the proper pastry after being out in the sun so long. So yeah, I can't help it, guys. Konyong manlalakbay talaga ako. Shoutout sa kung sino man yung nag-coin ng term na yun, visit ka. Bakery. What a great spot. And this is my majestic looking chori burger. Alright, time to eat. Meanwhile, that weather is on its way here. With the weather threatening to get worse, I decide to run back to my place and shoot all the B-roll I need for the Bear 650 review. This ends up taking quite a bit of time and energy, and by the time I'm done, I need to rest up. I'm meeting with friends from here, one of whom is a young but already legendary adventure rider in the Philippines. Surprisingly though, the weather holds until sunset even though the rain is all around us. It's basically raining all around us, but not here. naman. Welcome to the vlog. kayo yung finale eh. Ito yung mga malalakas dito.
Shot na.
Ano order tayo? Tara.
Pao nakakita mo.
Ooh.
May
Okay
pugaw
guys,
nakakita.
sobrang sarap. Ito pala yung sikat dito sa Baler eh. Tsaka yung dalawang to, ito din yung sikat sa Baler. Oh, yan, grabe. We have come to pretty much the end of my time in Baler, and this feels like a new beginning for me. It's been so much fun. Things worked out perfectly. The weather was great, and I just feel a little paranoid, like that I feel like I don't have a proper, nice climax sequence visually to finish this for you guys. But in terms of the actual experience, hanging out with Nong and Sarge was a really fitting way to end this. Just 3 hours of great trading stories about motorcycle adventures and mountains and trails and all that stuff. So it was really great. But here's the thing. I think that my luck with the weather runs out tomorrow. And the forecast on windy for the time that I'm gonna get back to Manila is bleak. It's bad. Yeah, we'll see if the story ends here or if there will still be some unscheduled adventure tomorrow. But either way, hey, thanks for joining me for this. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed all the new elements I incorporated. Well, because I sure did. Shooting this was such a pleasure. Doing this ride was such a pleasure. And doing it on the Bear 650 was just perfect. And I think I've developed an abiding love for Baler and Aurora in general from this trip. So I'm going to pack everything up and try to get a good night's rest before facing the weather tomorrow. Thank you, Baler. Thank you, Doon Baler. It's been a wonderful stay. As I crossed this bridge one last time for this trip, I couldn't help but notice that conditions were nowhere near as good as yesterday's sunrise. It made me feel like the moment yesterday was really meant for me, and that it was maybe a sign from the universe that I keep doing this. Again, to my surprise, the weather held through most of my ride, and when the rains did come, it was no big deal. I was prepared, and it couldn't dampen my spirits after such a wonderful ride XP. 600 kilometers flat, 24.6 kilometers per liter.